Hi, class. So we have just completed week 8, which means that we're way into the semester, more than half the way. So as we gear up toward the finish mark, I would like to take the time to say grades have been posted for week 8. Um, some of you have done well, some consistently well, some marked improved well, but I still see that there are a few of you that are still struggling with understanding the process of grading for the discussions. So I want to take this time and go over again the requirements for the grading discussion to help you to see if moving forward, because it's not too late to turn things around for those of you who find that you're not doing as well. With that being said, I just want us to take a quick minute to just look at the expectations for the grading, right? So if you remember, for the grading rubric, there are 4 levels of achievement. All right. With these 4 levels of achievement, one includes that no work has been posted. For the one where no work has been posted, of course, the grade for that is going to be 0. Then there's the novice category, and the novice category looks at the very basic, the very least in terms of what you have submitted. Then we have the competent, right? A lot of you fall within the competent, and you wonder, how is it that I didn't make the proficient? You have to be very careful because the competent is very exact. It tells you exactly what you need to fall within that competency group. And in terms of expectations, there are a certain number of sentences that you have in your post, and this that there are certain sentences that you have in your post, and this will indicate whether you fall in the competent category or the proficient category. So, guys, if you want to make sure that you fall in the proficient category, you have to make sure that you look in that category to meet the guidelines for that category. Having said that, there's another issue that I noticed that quite a few of you consistently lose points on, and that is citation. Now, there are 3 points of a total of 20 that you get for citation. So you want to make sure that you capture those 3 points. Now, how do you get points for citation? Your citations must be verifiable. You can't just pull a page out of random and say, wow, I got this page from Giddens et al. And it's page 740 something. When in reality, the textbook has 500 pages, right? So you want to make sure that whatever page you put has to be verifiable, meaning that I can literally pull up the textbook. Um, I can pull up the textbook, which is right here, right beside me, and I can go to the textbook and say, oh, she quoted from page 243, and I can check 243. If I cannot check it here, if I cannot check it online, and I know some of you will say, well, I'm using the online version. The reality is, Giddens et al. Makes it so that the online version is very much compatible to the book version. All right. So your page number, it may differ probably 1 or 2 pages, but not off by 100, 200, 500 pages. All right. So again, you want to make sure that it's verifiable. And that's in terms of the textbook. Now, I want to share with you some of the other areas that you can um, cite from. You can cite from the classroom. So let's say you really didn't have the time to read the textbook. Go to the classroom. I have lectures in the classroom. Cite from the lectures, right? If you're citing from the lecture, you're going to put the owner of the lecture, and the owner of the lecture in the classroom is always myself. All right? So the owner is Professor Morrison, Dr. Morrison. You're going to put the title of the lecture. What was the lecture about? Every lecture that I put in Blackboard has a title. So you're going to put what the title is about. The title could be about deviance and crime, right? What is the title of the lecture? And you're going to put the date that you retrieved it from the classroom. The same thing if it's a PowerPoint. The owner of PowerPoints in Blackboard are generally me, right? I am generally the person that constructs the PowerPoint. So again, my name, who is the owner, the title of the PowerPoint, and every PowerPoint has a title, and the slide number that you're referencing. For example, in this documentation, we're on slide number 2. So you will note I'm getting this information from slide number 2. And the title of the PowerPoint is ABCD. All right. If the PowerPoint is a video where you don't have a slide number, then what you want to do is you want to get a timestamp. So if it's a PowerPoint that I produced, you're using the same thing, my name, because I'm the owner. You're using the title of the PowerPoint video, and you're putting your timestamp. If it's a video that I did not produce, let's say it's a video from CBS that I posted, you will note that the source is CBS, again, the title of it, and of course, most importantly, the timestamp. Now, this week in particular, we're looking at a documentary that I did not produce. It's a documentary produced by Kevin Phillips, and C-SPAN was um, the m- medium through which this documentation was produced, right? So you're looking at, so when you're posting, when you're citing C-SPAN, author Kevin Phillips, and of course, you're going to share the link of the video, and most importantly, the timestamp. If you don't show the timestamp, I don't know that you've watched the video. You could have copied and pasted from one of your classmates. You could have read what one of your classmates wrote and just wrote it as if it were your own. I don't know that. You have to put timestamps, and that way I know that you read the video because I can go back to that timestamp. I can listen to it and know that that's where you got your material from. All right, guys? So, again, be careful with the citations and go by the grading rubric. Review your work in terms of the discussions to make sure that you're getting proficient. And that should do it. All right, guys? Congratulations on reaching this part of the course. We're almost there. We're getting there. In a couple of weeks, we will have our break, or I think it's a 1 or 2 week break, but that's in a couple of weeks. But in the meantime, guys, you're doing well. Keep up the good work, and I'll see you in the threads. Bye bye.